Good morning and welcome to our FriYAY reading sprints. Vena's in here. Good morning, Vena. I am so excited because this is our first Kwanzaathon group reading sprint. We are going to be turning those pages on JL's Wings of Ebony. Yay! You would have thought that we planned that, but we didn't. We're just good like that. So I'm going to let my lovely co-host introduce herself if you are new to these sprints. Good morning, Vena. Good morning, Deidre. I am Britt. This is my channel, brittwriterly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. I do writerly content every month, but at least once a month. I'm an honest tea writing blog where I talk about my journey into publishing as an early career unagented Black writer, traditional publishing, seeking traditional publication. And reading content like reading vlogs and reading like book talks, and then original content like poetry. And now I'm gonna let my lovely co-host and the creator of Kwanzaathon, which I am literally just calling Shay's Kwanzaathon, much the same way that from henceforth I will be referring to Black Aweenathon as Bree's Black Aweenathon, because why? We want to keep the content and the creator close to their work. Amen. All right. So I will let my lovely co-host introduce herself.
Good morning, y'all. As always, the eating to Brit's yin, because y'all see she's a lot this morning. Good morning. I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. Let's get to reading this book, y'all.
She'll wake up as we go on. In the meantime, I'll be all you need. So let's greet the comments. Yes, I'm going to be audiobooking it for the first 20 minutes because I'm going to put on these really, really cute nails. They match my outfit. When I tell y'all, I cannot wait to share with y'all like the friend who makes these nails for me, and when she takes her business like public, I cannot wait to be like, it's and have all the different giveaways. I can't wait. But until then, you'll just have to be dealing with my constant promo. And also, I'm living for it. I just feel so fancy. And I talk with my hands a lot, so I like for my hands to feel like they are as on as I am. Because why? We take care of the whole self down to the nail beds. Okay, so good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Zori. Took me so long to remember.
I like how it says Ari and you still said it wrong.
And I was literally in the middle of saying, I finally remembered. Thank you for not letting me finish that statement. No, I got nothing. I have no excuse. Hi, Ari. How are you? How you doing? Thanks for coming back again and again. Even though I can't remember your name. Even when it's in the, I know it's Zuri. That's what happened. I'm going to move on. Good morning, Ari. So, Alicia saying good morning. Brandy saying good morning again. Bree, the creator of Bree's Black Aweenathon, into his house. I know, right? Oh, thank you. I got a silk press yesterday. And the last time she got a silk press, it went horribly, horribly wrong. But, you know, the Lord is a way maker. So
she did it in the summer, y'all.
I did my second one in the summer too, and it was fine. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to talk about it because that was a really terrible experience, and we have to move on. So, hair compliments. Thank you. Autocorrect. Oh man, we're coming against autocorrect in a mighty way in these comments. Okay. We're going to hop right into our first sprint. We have to hop out precisely at 12:30 or like very close to 12:30. So we're going to try to get in an hour and 40 minutes of reading with 2 20s and 2:30. So we're going to start with the 20. Find your book. We're going to start with Lazelle's Wilderness Timers and then do Bree's 30s and the 20 in the middle. And then we're going to end with another Lazelle timer. Because why? Support Black creators. That's why. I'm going to put the first question on the screen. There it is. All right. Gather yourselves, friends. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right, y'all. I finished. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. 1 second. My computer is constantly almost dying on me. I think it's because it's trying to get me to buy another one. And I'm just like, here's the thing. No, I'm not. You're not even a whole 3 years old if you're even 2 years old. I'm not buying another computer. I'm just not. I won't be bullied. Alrighty. So, how was that sprint for y'all? I'm listening to it. So chapter, it's like something is sticking to me. I'm listening to it. So chapter 1 is 29 minutes. So I'm almost done with chapter 1. Yeah, that's where I am. I'm almost done with chapter 1. And as I'm rereading it and hearing how she's talking about her dad, I'm just like, you're gonna regret this, ma'am. You're gonna regret this.
That's one of the one things that I really, really hate about the book.
I know. I was like, his catchphrase pet peeve.
I hate it. It bothers the mess out of me. It makes no sense. It's like, and yeah, it bothers me. I'm not a fan of it. And I'm also not a fan of like giving her more reasons to just be mad at the world. Like, I don't like that either. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's not my experience. My dad has been, my mom and my dad are celebrating their 29th marriage anniversary on Christmas Eve. My dad's always been in my life. I'm not, and I'm a daddy's girl. So like, her anger at her father is not something that I relate to. But I'm also just like, he did come for you. Like, I understand her being mad at him. I mean, this is a reread, so part of it, like, we're also talking from, like, knowing what happens. But, like, he did come for you. I don't know. I hate it, like, rereading it, and I'm like, Rue, girl, you wasting time. Right. You're wasting time. He's all you have left anyway.
Right. And for me, it's also like, because if you, even with allowing you to be mad for all the time that you were mad, as stuff starts getting revealed to you, you just stay mad. Yeah. You don't evaluate the information you've been given. And I hate that. Like, I really have an issue with the fact that just critical thinking just seems to no longer be a thing. And then when y'all write YA characters, they don't exercise critical thinking. So then it like further submits that critical thinking is no longer a thing. It doesn't make sense to me. But, you know.
Regardless how I feel about my father, if I'm in a place with only white people, we gonna have to figure something out.
Right. He's the only black person and he don't look mixed. Like, right. How do you not ask him about that?
Why are we here? If I gotta be here with you, take me somewhere else. If nothing else, that should be the conversation. Even her saying, Asim, take me somewhere else, would have opened up a world of conversations. Well, we can't go nowhere else. Well, why? It's all white folks here. Well, let me explain. Like, yeah. That would have still
so many more conversations. And it was weird to me that yeah. Well, this is all in the first chapter, so we're not spoiling.
Right, we're not even there yet. We hadn't even met a scene.
So it's also weird to me that you go from being around all black people to all white people, and you just automatically trust a white person.
Here's what I'm just gonna say. I am doing a Wings of Ebony reread live tweet on Twitter. The Bree slander is gonna be real. Here's the thing. I don't like Bree. Mm-hmm. Even after knowing how the book ends and I don't like her. Mm-hmm. I just don't. And I'm not gonna say no more than that because we haven't met Bree yet. But like, we've met her like texting Rue, and I'm already annoyed.
Yeah,
I'm all like, texting her, blowing her phone up. I'm worried. Where are you? I said I was visiting my sister. That's all the like. So I don't understand. Like nothing has even happened yet. She's not even in trouble. She hasn't been seen, and Bree is already like, I'm worried. It's been a long time. Where are you? I said I was gonna walk my sister to school.
Right.
The bus ain't even left yet.
I get being irritated with Bree, but it didn't irritate me because it made sense that she was doing that. Like you've never been around another human, like a human. Period. You're not even human. So like this human is getting you to do this thing that you are supposed to not do at all. Like I got it. What all it made me think of is that joke that Cat Williams has when he was like, get you some white friends, because he was like, yeah, you call your black friend and they'll be like, what was you doing? Where was you at? Who was you with? Why you didn't call me? Like, because I was sitting there like, dang, she asking questions like she not, hey, how's it going? Are you getting there fast enough? Do you need me to send you some more magic? Do you need some more energy? What do I need?
Is that what you got from that?
No, I'm saying she didn't do that. Like she wasn't the extra helpful Caucasian person that like the joke makes her out to be. She was asking all the questions, so it made me giggle. That's all.
I was like, I didn't get that she was asking for more magic. I got that she was like, are you in trouble? Don't get in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. Are you okay? Like,
right. And the asking for more magic wasn't her. It would be like, do you need more magic? Like trying to be more helpful.
Yeah. I just don't like her. The Bree slander will continue. Please, none of you be surprised. Nicole. Hey, Nicole. It's 29 minutes, on one speed. I might speed it up though. I may try it on like 1.2, 1.5 in the next sprint so we see what's going on. Yeah, question number 1, which I forgot to put up, but really who's surprised? I always say I'm gonna put it up during the first sprint, and I always forget to do put it up during the first sprint. The first question is, have you read Wings of Ebony before? Alicia, this is my first time reading the book. Okay, and you're reading it with us for Kwanzaathon? Thank you. So are you reading it, or are you like still working on getting it? Let us know. And do you have any like expectations going in? How are you feeling? I understand having complicated feelings about your dad. I would have been asking questions too. Exactly.
That was the whole point. That was the whole point. Is having complicated feelings about your dad does not explain why you don't ask any questions, because it just doesn't make sense.
It's in the position you're in, girl.
180 world change. Your world has completely changed.
I mean, it's not even 180. It's a whole new circle. Right. You're not even in the same circle.
Like it's completely different.
You're in a freaking hexagon and you have no questions.
You went from having a mom and a sister to just having a dad. You went from being surrounded by black people to being surrounded by white people.
By gray white people at that. They don't even look normal.
Off-white. They're off-white.
Not off-white.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I love this book, and I love Rue's character being like about that life, but like one of her character flaws is definitely that she's impulsive, and that that impulsiveness and that hard, because she's also stubborn, that impulsiveness and that hard-headedness makes her a little bit she gets tunnel vision sometimes that like completely removes her ability seemingly to like ask questions and make the like be flexible to changes. Like it just, her critical thinking, like she said, it just turns off because she's impulsive. Not that she's not smart, not that she doesn't think critically. She does, except for when she gets pissed about something or she thinks she knows something about everything about a particular thing, and then she's just full on and she doesn't ask enough questions, and it's just like, well, dear,
you nicer than me, because I didn't think she thought critically anywhere in that book.
You know, we'll be talking about our feelings about the book as we read, as we do these FriYAY sprints, even before the live show, because we're reading it. But for the first 9 chapters, I wasn't mad about her critical thinking skills. As of now, I'm not mad. Well, was I? Well, in chapter 1, I'm not. In chapter 1, I'm not mad.
You're definitely lying to yourself. Because what happens in
I don't think I'm lying to myself. I think I just don't recall. In chapter 1, I'm not mad at her critical.
I'm gonna say 1 through 9, she uses good critical. You don't have any problems. You were in 1 through 9 complaining to me, and that's what made me buy the book to read it in the first place. Yeah, that's why I don't know.
All I heard is that I made you buy the book, and I'm proud of that. That's all I heard. I don't recall being mad at her critical thinking.
Over the part where I said she started complaining about the book, and that's what made me buy it.
Did you say something?
Mm-hmm. Are we gonna do another spree? Or you gonna keep doing your notes?
Both. Alicia, I have it on audio. Okay, you have it. Great. And I forgot my copy and came to do laundry, so now I have to start it later on. Okay, no problem. Shay and I will continue giving you our play-by-play to build up your anticipation. Okay, question number 2. What is your favorite, what Kwanzaathon prompt are you most excited for? So before we get into the next sprint, Shay, do you want to run down for them real quickly what the 7 prompts are?
Yeah, sure. I was totally prepared. I knew I was going to have to do this.
Fantastic, she says, ignoring Shay's sarcasm.
Mm-hmm. Totally. All right, so the 7 principles of Kwanzaa or Ngozo Saba are in order of days from December 26th to January 1st. Day 1 is Umoja, unity. The prompt is working together, a collaborative effort. However that looks to you, all the prompts are open to be used in whatever creative way you want, whether it's writing, drawing, painting, knitting, crocheting, making something, a video, a song, whatever you do that for the prompt. Kuju Chagalia is self-determination. The prompt is stand up for yourself, a declaration of boundaries. Especially ending this year, going into the new year, it's important to set your boundaries of what you're going to do. So that's what that prompt is about. Ujima, collaborative work and responsibility. This is a love offering to a Black community or diasporic member. Remember, any and everyone is allowed to participate in Kwanzaathon. We encourage it. We want everybody to participate. But since this is a Black American holiday, we are asking that you uplift, reach out to, encourage, edify Black community members in whatever it is that you do. So the love offering needs to be to a Black person. Just make sure we're clear on that. Ujamaa is cooperative economics. The prompt is my Black business. Plug, buy, support whatever you can for a Black business. Nia is, day 5 is Nia, which means purpose. The prompt is widen your view. Your favorite thing will a twist. Whatever it is, it needs to be Black. Making sure we're clear on that. Day 6 is Kuumba, which means creativity. The prompt is creative respect and homage to Black creators wherever you see them, wherever you choose to engage with them, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, wherever, lift them up. And last but not least, day 7, aka January 1st, 2022, is Imani Faith. The prompt is dream big, a vision for the new year. What are you trying to bring into the new year? What are you trying to speak into existence? Let us know. So there's the prompts.
I was on mute, so I didn't hear me tapping around. So of those prompts, which one are you most excited for? Let us know as we get into our next sprint. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right, humans. So that was our first 30. We are gonna take a few minutes to go through the comments and then get right into our second 30. No later than 10 minutes from now. Okay. So I'm on chapter 4. Yeah, I'm on yeah, I am. Chapter 3 is 2 pages long. I'm on chapter 4. Yeah, I'm just like, it's so interesting. Like, she
How's
literally.
those critical thinking skills showing up?
I told you I just didn't remember if I had issue. And
right. Okay, that's why I'm asking now. Now that you're more than one chapter deep, has your memory been jogged?
I'm 26 years old. She's 17. So I'm just like, when she says I'm the only half human here who I'm going to talk to, I'm just like, the one who brought you here. I don't know. We are not the same, Rue and I. We don't have the same life experiences.
See, and we supposedly did have same life experiences, and I still don't get it. So, like, yeah, like, still don't get it. Single parent home, you lose the only parent you know. Like, definitely been down quite a few of these roads, and I'm still like, definitely met my dad and had to have the conversation. So, where you been, bro? What's been going on? What explain this to me? Run me back the last. I'm 19, so the last 19 years. Can you run them back for me real quick?
Not run them back.
Like, legit, dad looked in the eye. So it's like, I don't know what their life is like.
But also, Shay, wait, Shay. She's 17. She had her mom in her life being the adult for her. You said that you were emancipated when you were 16.
Yeah.
So you were adulting before she really had to deal with like adult level stuff. So
but
you have to give that context. It's different.
But it's not in the context of when it's given, right? So in the context of when it's given, I'm going back to my 15-year-old self being raised by my grandma and being taken out of her home and being put into somebody else's home. So
you were 19 when you talked to your dad.
Right, but I was still 15 when I got moved out of the one home with the single parent that I was with into something else with somebody else. Like, it wasn't the only conversation I had with my dad. That was just like hey, you want to be a part of my life? Let's sit down and have this conversation. Like, that's a completely different thing. All I'm saying is, from the standpoint that she's from the hood and she thinks like a hood person, regardless of age, a hood person would have had that conversation with her dad. Like, we wouldn't ignore it. Not for a whole year. A whole year. You've lived there a whole year and never had a conversation. It wouldn't have happened like that. I think it happens like that for the way we write YA.
Yeah, which has been the subject of many a conversation with us about the way that we write YA and the intelligence that we give them. But you, like you said, you just have a different inroad to Rue's character because you and Rue are more similar than me and Rue. So whereas I'm like, yeah, I can give her grace for that. I don't know what that's like. Sure, like, I don't get why you didn't do those sorts of things, but would I ask my dad some questions? Yes, but I love my dad, and you sort of hated him at this point. So I'm going to always give grace, whereas you're like, no, I was also
to the point where I've hated the parent. Like, I hated my parents, right? Like, so I've been there, and I still, like, you owe me an explanation. I don't owe you anything. So for me, right, like, you would have had to tell me why you weren't here. Because now you're here.
Away from my sister, yeah.
Okay. Right. And like, there's no, like, for me, there's no way I wouldn't have talked to you if you make me leave my sibling. As an older sibling, I was in foster care and they took me out and I was in a shelter. They put me in foster care and wouldn't let my brother out. I told them to go put me back in the shelter and let my brother out. I'm the oldest. I don't need to be out in this world if my brother is still in a children's shelter. So like, again, and I was 15 at the time. So again, like for me, it's like, you would have had to talk to me, making me leave my sister. You better talk to me, run me some understanding, because my mom just got killed. Yeah. I gotta protect her. I can't leave her by herself. Again, just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Venus said she made some decisions blatantly knowing things would go left. Definitely her going to see Tasha, she knew that was going to go left, but I understand why she made that decision being the anniversary of her mom's murder. So I'm not going to hold her on that decision.
No, like I got why she did that. I was just like, I feel like if you would have talked to your dad about this, there would have been some type of conversation.
A lot of things in the book differently.
Do I not feel like? Oh, well, no, that would have been spoiling. So never mind. We'll wait.
Yeah, we got to go in order. Chapters 1 through 9. I'm on chapter 4.
All I'm saying is, I feel like your daddy would have been understanding had you just had the.
All we can say for now, Vina, I agree. We need Shay to write a YA. That's what I'm saying.
Right, because the truth is, unlike Caucasian kids, a lot of us are not raised where we don't have no adult in our lives, period. Yeah. Checking in on what we're doing. Like, in general, that's just not us.
Yeah. Somebody got eyes on you. Somebody got eyes on you. Even if it's not your parents.
Candy lady. Somebody got eyes. And they calling your mama to make sure, like, you're not just roaming around doing stuff and nobody knows. Like, that's not.
Which, like, she says, right? Like, she says, like, in chapter, like, 3, I think. Or no, chapter 3 is mad short. Chapter 2, talking about, like, when she not robbed. Well, yes, she shoplifted because there was a homeless man outside of like, this, like, corner store, and he was hungry. She tried to steal him, like, a little Debbie cake or something, and then the owner was like, put that back or I'll call the police. And she put it back and she was like, please don't call my mama, and he did anyway. So like she's like, not like, she is still giving us, acknowledging to us, like, I had eyes on me. So it's not that. I'm just like, I'm petty. Let me start there. I'm petty. I am Petty LaBelle. I understand you not wanting to talk to your dad and you latching on to the only person you can think of or you can, like, see to blame for your mother's death because you're just reeling. But for a year? Because at some point, even pissed, I need to know something, because even though I blame you for not being there, I know you're not actually the one that pulled the trigger on her. You came and got me, so you have to care somewhat about me. And these pale gray white people are like racist. Even her friend, we haven't gotten to the point where she said a like microaggressive thing yet, but even Bree was saying some slick stuff to her. You got to turn to the only Black person, and even if you're feeling petty about it, still interrogate something. Even, like, you can be mad and ask questions. So that's for me where I'm like, have I been in that position? No. But and I understand her being angry and feeling like petty and whatever. But ask questions. So that's just it for me.
I'm not saying that her anger doesn't make sense. I'm saying her actions in the anger for the situation she's put in don't make sense. Because you are taken to a whole different world.
Right.
And you're complete, like, as somebody who went from being surrounded by Black people to surrounded by white people, the first Black person I saw was my friend.
Hello?
Like that's a huge culture shock. Like, people talk about, like, white people going into Black spaces and da-da-da. Like, it is a culture shock if you've never been around white people all the time to be around them all the time.
Right.
Let alone you're in a dang near a whole nother country, because it's a whole different world.
Right.
And like Venus said, like, as somebody who was raised by my grandma, so not either one of my parents, and it was still a single parent home.
Yeah.
Like, You gotta answer me some questions.
Exactly. Yeah. Before we get back into the next sprint, what Kwanzaathon prompt are you most excited for?
So for me, it is either between the creative respect and homage to Black creators,
Yeah.
or my Black business. It's one of those two because I'm excited for both of those creative things that I'm gonna be doing. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a tie between both of those.
Same. So for me, it's the tie between Kumba, the creative respect, and the dream big, a vision board for the new year. I really just can't wait to really just think through some 2022 projects that I have working on, because since I am like shelving Hell and High Water, my why hashtag first fantasy, since I'm shelving that at the end of the year, depending on how the query research is going, and really just focusing on Tales of Eliza Black in 2022, I'm also going to start thinking about hashtag second fantasy. And I'm just so excited to get into that world. And I'm even thinking about, like, because hashtag first fantasy and hashtag second fantasy are very much connected. They're not the same series, but they're very much connected in the whole universe of the world. I'm thinking of doing a YA project in 2022 that has a more removed connection. Like, it's still in the universe, but the characters don't have to talk about the characters in hashtag first fantasy. And I'm thinking about really giving that some of my time in 2022, because I really do want hashtag first fantasy to come out before hashtag second fantasy. So if I'm shelving hashtag first, I might just like pit her with hashtag second, just like some world building stuff. But I think I'm going to give like concerted attention to another one. And so I just cannot wait to start thinking through this hashtag third fantasy, as it were, and just getting together mood and aesthetic for it. I'm excited for it. So I'm excited. It's a tie between day 6 and day 7 for me. Okay, y'all in the comments, what is going to be your favorite day for Kwanzaathon? Let us know. I'm going to put up the third question, and we're going to get into this third sprint so we can continue to make this good time. I want us to have a good hour and 40 minutes before we close out. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right, y'all. So that's in our sprint. I'm near the end of chapter 4. So definitely we'll get into
it sounds like you might have been during that sprint.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, let me close that too. Okay. Yeah, I am near the end of chapter 4. I will get into chapter 5 during the next sprint. I'm listening at 1.25 speed now. I don't know how much faster I could go without Bonnie literally like I don't think it could go any faster because she's already speaking pretty fast at 1.25. And which took 2 hours off my listening time. So I'm okay with this. Now I have an 8 hours and 20 minutes left and I'm only on chapter 4. So I'm okay with this. Yeah, I don't like Bree. I don't. I'm at the part where they got sorted into Zorani or the other cast where it's mostly administrative. And when Rue was like, so y'all in government housing. Like, you sleep on the floor. And Bree was essentially like, we're so important. Like, we are in the mines getting y'all that good ore or whatever it is that they mine. Like, mining isn't usually a high-class job. Now, pre-industrialization, they definitely paid them good bills. But, like, for you to be like, we work in a mine and sleeping on the floor is good for my back and we're super important, you would be getting bound without me. I'm just like, do you hear the words coming out of your mouth? You want me to be impressed with you for what? And I'm ruler Asim's daughter and you still want me to marvel at you? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. And the fact that Rue was like, I want to be a good friend, so I did. I'm like, Rue, you're pissed at, like, I don't know. I'm just like, you're so pissed at your dad. You won't even let her call him your father, which I'm not going to hold you on that. But you got all this rancor for him, and you're going to be quick to befriend the first white girl you see who talk to you nice, sort of nice. And she's already said, she ain't got no friends. She desperate like you desperate. What? I'm just like, wow. I don't understand how you're choosing. I don't understand how you're screening people. It's not making sense to me. That's it. I just don't understand your screening process. Go ahead, Shay. Yes, okay. I told you I just didn't remember. And also, the first time I listened to it, I was like, she's here, the book where it's a Black American girl with magic and she's not like totally leaving the real world. And I was just happy that the book was here. And I'm still happy that the book is here. And now I'm also like, let's put on our critical thinking caps. That doesn't make sense. It's a process.
That's all I was saying when I was reading it to you. That's all I was like. It's not a bad book. I don't know why she thinks the way she thinks. I can't wrap my mind around how we get from point A to M. I don't understand. Yeah, so I am stopping myself at 3 chapters today. So I'm reading along, but not because Becca bought the book yesterday. It got to her house yesterday, so we're reading 3 chapters a day to finish like in the thing, and I'm gonna be vlogging it, so it's one of my videos for Kwanzaathon because your girl's trying to do them early. She's trying not to do them all the same day like last year and burn herself out. She's trying to be smart. So with that, I'm stopping at the end of chapter 3 today, and then 3 tomorrow. I'm going that way. Which I find is like low key making me slow read it.
Yeah.
And because it's making me slow read, it's making me like sit with the stuff that I don't like longer. Like I just don't. But as far as what my favorite thing about Wings is, honestly, like I feel like for it not to have had a Black Panther comp, I like that it is a I like that it is another point of view from Killmonger's stance. And so I like that. Like I like that it's a I have this magic and I'm not from here, but I'm definitely bringing it back to the hood. I'm definitely coming back. Like I'm not forgetting where I came from.
Okay.
It's not like it's supposed to just be to us, and I personally can appreciate that.
That would have been a really interesting comp.
It should have been the comp. I don't know why no one told her to comp it, because for every Black Panther comp we've had, hers is almost exactly Black Panther with different countries or cultures and things like that, but far more Black Panthers than Children of Blood and Bone by her. I like that. I do like that there is some form of reconciliation and that there is some form of giving back. I like that is central to the story. So I like that. I like that. I'm definitely intrigued to see where she goes with Ashes of Gold, because I don't know what else is going to happen.
I mean, I know we gotta take this fight to the Chancellor because apparently he's away or something. But yeah, my favorite thing about it is Rue's. Well, so many good things about the book. Well, what I'll say now is like Rue's voice is so distinct. And I think her voice is distinct from like other Black girls that we've read in YA. Like I haven't seen this voice before. I've heard people talk like this in my life, but I haven't heard people talk like this in YA. So I appreciate this particular kind of Black girl voice entering the conversation of YA Black girls. And I appreciate that Rue ain't afraid to throw hands. I wish that she had. I don't like her friends. And so unless we're talking about the Black boys, and by Black boys, I really just mean Julius, because even Senior Cinnamon Bun, like everyone that everyone loves, I'm like, Jamal is a cameo. Like, but we're not even there yet. But
he has a cute little cameo, but it's still a cameo. We know nothing.
Right. I'm like, what are we talking about? Can we please? Like, y'all are walking by faith with this dude. You don't know him. So I like the voices. I like Rue's voice. I like Julius's voice. I like the questions other characters, not Rue. I like the questions they ask, like, girl, what you talking about? What is this? That like I like the questions that they ask, because it's questions that like I think readers ask as they move. Right. Like you ask as you read it. It's like, oh, thank you. Someone is saying it. So yeah, I really love that. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we don't have to try to get to a 20 if you're done reading for the day anyway.
Yeah, for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, y'all, thank you so much for coming to our first FriYAY sprint of Kashay's Kwanzaathon. Kashay, do you have any announcements before we head out?
No, I'm still trying to figure out my streaming schedule for December. Of course, Tuesdays are gonna still be in there, but I'm thinking either picking up Saturdays or Thursdays. I haven't decided, just because I need to get these projects finished before the 31st. So trying to make sure that, and I know we got a lot of people who like to keep the momentum going into December from NaNoWriMo. But the only thing I can think of is I will be streaming on Twitch on Sunday. I'll probably be reading Penelope's Curve and maybe like doing my some January planning type stuff. So
reading Penelope's Curve out loud?
Yeah. So last week I read all of Karma Always Comes Back on Twitch, and then today I'll read all of Penelope's Curve. Or Sunday I will.
Okay, y'all better get with Cachet on Twitch. All right. I don't think I have any announcements. Cachet and I have both already dropped our Cachet's Kwanzaathon announcement video. So if you haven't watched those, definitely go where we like go slower through the prompts. On my video, I share what I'm going to be doing for Kwanzaathon to give you some ideas. Just a reminder that you don't have to fulfill any of the prompts for Kwanzaathon on YouTube. You can do like a Kwanzaathon 1-a-day vlog for each prompt. You can also do none of them on YouTube and do them on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram, any mix thereof. You can do a short story for all of them, post them on your blog. Just tag us so we can boost it. Like you can really do it however you want to in any creative way, from still art to moving art. It's whatever. Just make sure you tag us. Thank you so much for y'all spending your Friday morning with me and Shay. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching on the replay. We super appreciate it. Comment below and answer to the question so we can still engage you. And tell us where you ended off. I am almost at chapter 5. And so I will have to get to chapter 9 by next week so we can get to 10 to 21. And so where did y'all get to? Thank you so much for watching, either live or on the replay. Smash that like button and ring that bell. Ring that bell. Bye.